This morning, I don't know what it was, man. It's just like this. If we're recording it, today is 4th of July.
Right.
Yay, Independence Day for those who celebrate it, and yay for
Yep.
those who don't care. I just look at it as a reason to barbecue.
Yep. That and also the day that Will Smith saved the world. Can't forget about that.
And it is the day that Marcus and I were introduced to probably one of the greatest things ever to hit the world.
Who rode in an ambulance car? Throw your hands up if you rode in an ambulance car. Everybody who rode in an ambulance car, throw your hands up if you rode in an ambulance car.
Oh, this is being so ready.
I don't. People amaze me all the time, and
Man.
oh my god,
Yeah,
this is probably the reason why I just like surfing the internet or surfing Facebook and Instagram just to find silly shit like this because
yeah.
it was just so amazing.
Just gems, man. The gems out there, man. Oh my god.
You ever listen to some Mark? You ever listen to something that just like puts you in a better mood and it's just like,
Man.
man, can't shit ruin this day.
Yeah, it was like the sun shining, the birds came out chirping, you know what I'm saying? You got to light a candle, clean up. Like, it's just one of those things, man. That sun got me out the bed. You hear me? Like, I didn't want to move. And I heard this, I got to get up now. I got to get up because this is just that silly, man.
Yeah, bro. And I love it because in the world we live in today, I love seeing silly shit like that to help us realize that hey, the world ain't that bad.
It ain't.
The world is not that bad. We don't have to listen to what everybody else's opinions are on nothing. You know what? If you don't like this song, then something's wrong with you.
It's obviously wrong. Like, you have no sense of humor, no sense of music, because it's jamming too. That's what's so funny about it. Like, it starts off as a joke, like it starts off kind of silly, and then they just add that beat to it. You like, yo, this is a banger for real. You know what I'm saying?
It's like I was waiting for the music to drop on it. I was like, okay, there's some music, but the beat dropped, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. I was like, okay, and I'm like rubbing the boogers out my eyes. Like, what is this? I was like, oh, this is amazing. I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be a good day. I'm glad we didn't record yesterday because I would probably been extra bitter yesterday.
Yeah.
No, I'm good now. I'm good now.
All in good timing, man. All in good timing.
So now that we're in a good mood and now we can really talk about it, did you see what they just posted out yesterday? This came out yesterday, and it's now like people are pissed off about it. Whereas they announced the Little Mermaid.
Ah, yeah. I personally thought it said Halle Berry, and I was like, that makes no sense. But when I
was like,
read it a
Halle
couple
Berry?
times, I said, oh, I was actually, man, I was actually like, I was impressed. I'm like, what? They did it. They gonna go that way. But then once I started to think about it, I was like, it makes more sense for her to be black based on I mean, it's the Caribbean. You have a Jamaican crab talking to you. You know
A Jamaican crab.
You know
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying? Like, it's literally, it's almost like they went back and course corrected versus, race bending, as they want to say now. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense, man. It actually makes sense for the young lady to, whoever the actress was, to be, you know what I'm saying, at least not just a pure, white girl in the middle of the Caribbean under the sea. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
Under
know.
the Sea.
Right.
I'm waiting to hear that updated version of Under the Sea
It's
because
gonna be jamming, man.
now I'm sorry if I would the dude, what is his name, Bobby Mc something, the dude that did Don't Worry Be Happy.
Yeah.
I want him to play the crab. I want him to play so he can sing that and just have this whole musical arrangement of Under the Sea
Yeah.
and have it that way. But I think the music, she can actually sing.
Yeah, she's a pretty good singer, man. Too,
Yeah, that's
so,
what I'm like, oh, okay, like you got somebody that can legit sing. Like,
yeah.
thank you.
That's the whole point of the movie. Wasn't it? Like the lady wanted to steal the girl's voice, right?
Yes.
So I mean, she would have to, it just all makes sense. It just all makes sense, man. But people gonna be mad. People gonna be upset, and all of that. I mean, but I'm not surprised. I don't know, man. But
I'm gonna be in that theater still singing part of Their World or whatever that song is.
yeah, it's gonna be good.
I wanna be where the people are. I wanna be. I'm gonna do that. I don't care what. When Lion King comes out, I haven't gone to see Aladdin.
Aladdin was good, man.
Yes.
Yeah, Aladdin was good. I did a review on it, I believe. But yeah, check out Aladdin, man. It was actually better than I thought it would be. That's one of those movies where I kind of just went in no expectations, and then I was like, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised in this.
It's showing us that they're talking about gender bending and or not gender bending, but race bending a lot of these characters. But I'm like, 99% of all of Disney growing up was white actors,
right?
White actresses, white voices.
Right.
And now that they're trying to be a little bit more accurate, I mean, Princess Jasmine was a British person and not necessarily somebody of what they were going for, but I think it still worked.
Yeah.
You can be mad at that. Like, that's something you can legit be mad at. Everybody was upset that Will Smith was a genie, and the funniest thing I've ever seen goes, Will Smith he doesn't even look like the genie. I'm like,
what?
I'm like, first of all, that was an animated cartoon character in a 2D cell created.
Yeah.
But a human being doesn't look okay. The human being doesn't look like a cartoon. That's what
a human being doesn't like a cartoon that's made up of a fictional character.
Yes.
That never existed.
I'm like, why are people this upset over something that hasn't?
And then on top of that, right, Rude, man, it's like Will Smith is. I mean, he's a black guy in this Arabic place, you know what I'm saying, where people are typically brown. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't really, I don't understand. Like, I don't know if people just are they purposely just that ignorant of those facts out there, or are they just is it just blinding them like that? I don't know.
You know what? You know how the song and the saying goes, beauty's only skin deep. Well, ignorance is really skin deep. Because that's as far as most people are looking at anything.
Yeah.
And it's sad because, okay, I'm happy for The Lion King because what is this, like a 90% black cast?
Right.
I was like, that's cool. That's awesome. Because the original Lion King was majority of white actors' voices. Like Mufasa and the mob, what was her name? Sarabi? Something like that? That's James Earl Jones and the chick from Coming to America. So, they revised the roles.
Right.
Dude from Drumline played young Simba as the singer, not the voice, just the singing part.
Right.
But then you had like Matthew Broderick playing Simba.
Yeah.
So I'm like, back in the day, didn't have social media to really complain about it. But now we have all these actors and actresses that I think really fit the roles of those. Even though they did sprinkle in some white folks or other people of other races, it's still the cast still works.
Yeah. I mean, and also, man, back then there weren't a lot of African American or any people of color, period, just in Hollywood like that to choose from or whatever, because the door wasn't open wide enough. You know what I'm saying? For people to even the best person to have the role. You know what I'm saying? That made sense. So,
right.
Yeah, it's it's better now. It's not all the way, you know what I'm saying, but it's better now than it was then. There's some progress has been made, so that's pretty good. I'm glad.
There's a fly in here.
There's the random occurrence.
So I'm excited. They got like Melissa McCarthy playing Ursula in there, and I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not upset about that. I know there's gonna be some comedy in there.
Yeah.
I'm listening to everything else that other people are. I'm waiting to see who's going to be doing. But like, The Little Mermaid is originally a Danish story.
Mm-hmm.
Its origin is Danish. I'm like, so it's not white. If fair skin, yes, but it's not white. But
Yeah.
just the way I said that Aquaman should have been like is a dirty pirate.
Yeah.
That's how I've always seen Aquaman. I'm like, he's out in the seas and sun. He shouldn't have blue hair. I'm sorry, blonde hair, blue eyes. He shouldn't have that.
Yeah.
He should look like a dirty pirate. And then they gave us Jason Momoa, and like, that's Aquaman.
That is pretty much what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
things have to make sense. Like, it is. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I mean, you got the who are you? Who's your audience? So I mean, you got to cater to your audience. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
and I think that's another thing.
Right.
People need to quit being upset about that. Like
Yeah.
when they brought out a new Ninja Turtle cartoon, those don't look like Ninja Turtles. Well, the cartoon's not made for you.
right. Yeah.
Like you're a 38-year-old man. Stop that shit. It's not for you. It's for your 10-year-old kid, your 8-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Stop it. Like, understand, audience. We have so much emotional, nostalgic attachment to everything.
Right. We do.
And if we can just get out of it, like, I know you like one of the main people I can sit there and talk to, like, oh, I don't really like this, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my biggest sayings now is I'll do it for science.
Yeah.
I just want to see. I want to see how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, man. I mean, and the thing about it is the thing that makes the nostalgia thing so awesome to us is that was our childhood. That was what we grew up on. We can't expect our kids the kids of today to grow up to the things that we grew up on because technology is different. Things look different. All the cartoons look like this now. You know what I'm saying? The animation style looks this way now. So that's kind of, it can still hold the same, you know what I'm saying, I guess, place in their heart, so to speak, as ours. And then on top of that shit, we can just go back and watch a movie. Like, I would still pop in the original Ninja Turtles movie, the first one, anytime. Like, I would go back and watch that anytime because I just love that movie so much. You know what I'm saying? There is nothing that will come out that will top that to me in my heart. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like, they can come out with all the CGI, whatever they want to do, but whoever those guys were in those Ninja Turtle fits back then with the practical makeup, you know what I'm saying? When the opening scene, when he was fighting over that Domino's pizza, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, everything about that movie was dope to me. I don't know how bad the movie really was. You know what I'm saying? It was really good to me, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that's what we need to. We need to stop listening to Rotten Tomatoes
Right.
and all these critics. Like, this movie's this. Like, no, I would want to hear your opinion on certain movies, but
Yeah.
I would go see it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies out here that people say, oh, this movie was horrible. This movie was horrible. I was like, I loved it.
Yeah. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, the thing about it, it's funny, we listen to critics. Like, there are certain critics I listen to as well because I kind of feel like we have a similar, you know, thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And most of the time, you know, I'll align with, you know, their criticisms or whatever. But sometimes it's just a personal thing. It's like some things you'll take from a movie, you'll appreciate it like the other people will completely dismiss. You know what I'm saying? So, prime example, that X-Men Dark Phoenix movie, people were just crapping all over. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it wasn't. I feel like
still a piece of shit.
I still feel like it wasn't the worst movie I've seen. Like, the movie was not that bad. You know what I'm saying?
It was definitely not the worst movie, but it was still a piece of shit. They had to go reshoot a lot of that movie because it has similarities to Captain Marvel.
Yeah, and that's that Disney stuff though, man. Disney does that. They'll put a rug from up under you and make you have to do your
well, technically you're not with the shit, so
we gonna do this. I'm
gonna need you to reshoot this.
You know, and it's kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, dang, it could it really have been? I don't know what the original thing would have been like, but it probably would have been better than what they ended up with. But especially
they reshot that whole third act from the train scene on that. Like, all that was reshot. That was all brand new footage that they add to the movie, and I was like, that was the best scene.
It was actually they was going in on that part.
We got full-on Rage Nightcrawler, which I was geeking over because I'm a Nightcrawler fan, and he's over here doing all his acrobatics and teleporting. I was like, that's Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
That is Nightcrawler.
Good stuff.
And then it just shows that, you know, sometimes you just got to give yourself a chance. If you go into anything with just low expectations, you'll be a wow about anything.
Yeah.
I can't really talk to you yet about it because you hadn't seen it yet, but the Spider-Man movie was fucking fantastic. Man,
I know it's gonna be dope, man. I know.
Just wait till you see it, and you're gonna be like, "That's what Ruben told me. This is what Ruben." Yeah. It's amazing. I was thoroughly pleased by it. It was like, And everybody's saying like this is a lead off into the next phase. No, no, it's actually the bookend of the Infinity Saga.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could go either way because like, oh, we can speculate what's going to happen in the future, but with Disney Plus streaming coming out, we don't really know what's happening in the future because Disney owns the world right now.
Right. Freaking monopoly.
I'm waiting for it to be Amazon brought to you by Disney.
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I know it's gonna be. I got my tickets for tomorrow already, man. So I'm gonna go check it out tomorrow, man. Just kind of had to just postpone it for a little bit, but it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all in good time, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's the 4th of July weekend, so not a lot of people have seen it. But like in my toy group, I'm sitting here having to delete people's comment or posts and everything because people like to spoil shit for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop.
I don't understand.
People are
that.
just inconsiderate.
I don't understand that. See, that's the type of stuff that make people just not a good person. Like I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, like why would you ruin? Like I do it just to like I'll put that whole vague comment on my status, like you know, this movie was amazing and everything. I put Spider-Man with mind blown and everything.
Yeah.
And I left it as that.
Yeah.
I didn't go into that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go. I'm not gonna spoil it. It's just that's my key. Like, hey, go watch this.
Right. You know, I mean, because if you really enjoy something and you want other people to enjoy it, they need to have that same, you know, blank slate that you had. You know what I'm saying? So they can have the same experience you had when you enjoyed it. You know, I feel like it almost, you know, like I'm gonna see it anyway, but it definitely takes some of the edge off or takes some of the pleasure away when you already kind of know what to expect, you know, versus being surprised. You know.
Right. I mean, it's the same thing as like, hey man, I just had this amazing pizza and I had to share it and let you know this place right here has amazing pizza. It's advertising.
Yeah.
That's what companies are looking at. We are the advertisement. If we like something, so with social media, we are going to share it.
Right. That is it.
And we're going to get more people to come in.
Free marketing.
Yeah, free marketing. Body Armor drinks.
Oh yeah.
Body Armor drinks. These are amazing drinks. Focus. Yeah, these are amazing drinks. I love them.
Sour Patch Kids. These right here, guys. They keep me going.
Send us money.
Send us money. Endorsements.
Fiji water. Yeah. Send us money.
That's hilarious.
but nah, it's just stuff like that. I mean, if it's a good product, it's a good product, and that's how it is. I think in the end of the day, we just need to have people that are less about BS, or less about, you know, just trying to shit all over somebody's parade.
Right.
And just be, if we can all be as one, we would live the dream that Michael Jackson wanted.
Make this a better place.
Bro, that's all it is. I think if we looked at more things as the eyes of a kid, and rather than a bitter adult that we have to be,
right?
Because we have to deal with the BS from these jobs and these people and everything. It's just like,
it is true.
I think that if we can get to that part, then we wouldn't have people upset about Little Mermaid.
Yeah, right. They just be happy to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
I think the people who should be mad at Little Mermaid not being true to what they made in the animated movie are the Gingers. The Gingers should be upset because now they do not have a redheaded person.
Yeah.
To lead that flagship, like, oh, we got a ginger fish bitch. Yes, ginger fish bitch.
It's crazy. It's crazy because I saw this post from an actual redhead lady, and she was like, I can't say that. Is that inappropriate? I don't know. Ginger, I guess. But nevertheless, it was.
No. I called Ariel fish bitch. You're fine.
Okay. But nevertheless, like she was saying how like when she was growing up, you know, they always get teased or whatever like that, and how when she saw, Little Mermaid growing up, how it made her feel, really, accepted and, made her proud of her hair and everything. And she said now, little black girls get to feel that same way that I felt. It was like you thought the post was going to go one way, and then she kind of flipped it and said, she was happy that, little black girls are being able to have somebody that they can look up to and, and have that same, feeling that she had when she was growing up watching the same movie, but just in a different time. So I was like, well, dang, okay. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Like, it's cool to have that perspective. It's cool to have somebody who looked exactly like the Little Mermaid from the cartoon to say those words, So I mean, people are. I mean, it comes out from time to time. As much as silliness in the world and bigotry and racism, all that, you do have goodness still out there. So it's cool.
Yeah, I just want people to realize the actual story.
Yeah.
And shout out to Kitty Jackson for bringing this story out of me.
Yeah.
Ariel is a 16-year-old fish bitch from the sea, and she's trying to win the love and affection of a grown ass man.
Yeah.
Now,
They can't
from
do
that
that.
perspective,
They can't do
from
that.
that perspective, they're looking at it like, oh, that's just it's a nice love story. She doesn't. It's bestiality for one, but it's like think about it. It's making it seem like an interracial relationship. Okay, cool. Disney breaking barriers, yay. Okay, no, it's not. You got a 16-year-old girl wooing over a 20-something-year-old man. Then she wants to go get married and gets married, and her dad approves of that shit. This is some trailer park backyard bullshit. If it was from
it up, man. They're gonna have to.
If it was from the other, if you look at from the other point of view of the dude, oh, he's a rapist.
Yeah.
He's a child predator. He needs to register himself so he can have a dot over his house on the map.
That's real. I mean, that is. I mean, but a lot of Disney. Well, first off, a lot of Disney fairy tales are based off of Grimm fairy tales, which is very dark. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So all of it has some kind of weird, twisted things going on. But I doubt Disney do it like that. Like, they're going to have to change it up. She going to probably have some kind of personal other reason for that. Like, it's going to be something more important than just her chasing a dude, because you can't do that in 2019, man. People it ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? We were aware of things, and it's not going to make sense. It's going to like they're just not going to flow. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what goal they're going to give her to want to do. Because even in Aladdin, well, you haven't seen Aladdin, but Jasmine's, I guess, purpose of doing what she did, she had more to do in the movie. I'll just say that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just...
Oh, better than the animated one where she got married, she fell in love and married a dude in 3 days? The silence is good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how much time passed, but I can't remember like now, so you gotta, I don't know. But I'm saying her
3 days.
purpose.
It was like 3 days, 3 or 4 days. It wasn't even a week. And she got like, oh, I want to fall in love with this guy. And like, see, women, love at first sight does happen. You can't get wooed over a guy at first sight. No. And he didn't have shit.
Yeah. He didn't. He did not. There were no $200 dates for him. But
it wasn't no $200.
I'm just saying, as far as like her development as a character, kind of what she was able to do, her importance to her role, there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, she had more. And so it wasn't like she was just sitting up in the castle waiting to be wooed over or whatever. She kind of seemed a little more active. So it was cool. And it did pay homage to the cartoon version, to the animated one. It was, you just got to check it out, man. Check it out. That's all I'm saying.
I will.
Just check it out, man.
I eventually will. I'll probably wait for it to hit this new Disney streaming service that comes out in November.
Yeah, they need to also give us something. Disney Plus needs to, anytime we plug them, I need my coins. We need our coins for that.
Hey, Disney, I will take something. You can give me free. I will review every single one of your little new episodes.
Yep. Check me out. Applesauce.
Just
reviews.
bro, I'm telling you. I'll go back to do any little collectible you want to send out. Like, come on, I'm with it. Fly us out there, and we got you.
We are hungry for all of that. Give it to us. But yeah, man.
Nah,
I don't know. Like, I feel like
This is a disclaimer. We're not really for sale, just like that. We just don't want to go into anybody's pockets and whatnot, because I'm not advertising for some of this stuff out here anyway.
But we okay, so let's switch gears just a little bit. Did you hear about the whole Chris Brown fiasco? Did you hear about that?
Who'd he beat up this time?
This time it is not that. Okay, so apparently Chris Brown dropped another marathon-like album with 1 million songs on there. And
the last album before that, it was like, what, 38 songs or 40-something songs?
Yeah, that's a lot of songs, man. That's all.
And then now he has this one. Yeah. Like, see, look, I'm not going to go listen to a 32-song album when I can go listen to Bruno Mars' 9-album
that right
CD
there was awesome.
From November 2015. Or was it 16? One of them.
Yeah.
No, it was 15.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay, correction. No. 16. It was 16.
Talking about 24 Karat Magic, right?
Yes, and he lived off of that 9-track album for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
World toured off of that 9-track, 32-minute or 28-minute album.
Right.
I
I
have
feel
to
you.
say all this because I'm like it was a 9-track album that basically was an EP.
Yeah.
But
Right.
that shit was amazing. And then now you have Chris Brown. I don't.
I don't know, man. 30 though. 30 songs apparently. Something. I don't know.
I'm
but never.
not gonna listen to it.
It's a lot of songs. But one of the songs caught the nation's attention when he mentioned something about a black woman's hair. Right? He said he wants a black woman with nice hair or something to that effect. To me, I was like, I don't even understand the problem because. Hey, I feel like you can't please everybody. But then on top of that, nice hair is the most broad statement that you can make. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say good, he didn't say curly, he didn't say straight, he didn't say blonde, black, brunette, nothing. Nice. Just nice. That means just do your hair. Like if you whatever you do to go to work or whatever, you be fine. That's how I look at it. Like I just feel like it wasn't that big of a deal, and I'm just like, y'all are really blowing this out of proportion with this hair thing.
Now, is it mainly the women blowing this out of proportion? Is it mainly women blowing this out of proportion?
Yes, I mean, yeah, because it's targeted to women. So yes, it's yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm sorry, ladies, but most guys will sit there, will date you and fuck you, no matter how your hair looks. You can have no hair. You can have probably one little string just hanging out here, hanging off here, hanging off here. Most guys probably still like, man, she looks good with those little strings, looking like a Halloween mask and everything. She looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You see the ass on her? Most guys don't care.
Yeah.
Most guys do not care, but I think people just sit back and wait to be offended.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's always going to be that everybody's just sitting back because now with social media, everybody can really jump out there and be more.
Right.
And I remember I said this before. Everybody can be more emotional versus logical.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like so because that was one thing, right? So that's what I saw two different things. So the first thing was that that's one of the first things I saw was the whole hair thing, and it was like a lyric of a song or whatever, right? And most of the women that I think I kind of follow kind of understood that they kind of got like the whole point of you just said nice hair, whatever. But apparently there was this other story that popped off around the same time as that one about him being in a club, right, and having this VIP section and not allowing women of a darker complexion to be in his section or whatever. So that was like I guess apparently he made this statement. We don't know. That's all speculation or whatever. I don't know what was said. But this one lady says that she know because her homegirls told her, I guess she's somebody that's, I don't know who she is, but I think a lot of other people know who she is. It's just beyond me, I guess. But and she was like, no, because he came at her about something, and then she came back at him, and then she just told like all of this business about a whole bunch of stuff, and now everybody's like, oh, he has this thing with. And then I'm like, okay, so, I mean, like, look, I don't think it's cool to try to put down one group of people for another, any of that. Like, I don't agree with that part. But I do agree with people having their own preference and whatever they like and whatever they spending their money on. You know what I'm saying? Because if he paying for the section, he should be able to say or dictate who he wants in that section. You know what I'm saying? Now, it may not necessarily be politically correct. It may not sound good if he did, in fact, say this. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not putting that on him. I don't know. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It's almost like you saying, oh, I'm gonna have a house party. You know what I'm saying? I only want a certain amount of people there. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a wedding. You can't just invite everybody to the wedding. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a list. You have to cut. Somebody's gonna be left off. Somebody's gonna be left off. So whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. So I don't know if it was the whole dark skin thing. I don't particularly care. If that's him, because that's not necessarily anything I have against anybody. I don't care, whatever. But people are mad. Anytime you say the preference, Ruben, people get mad.
and it's his list, it's his money. He spent his money on how he wanted to spend that evening. Right. Okay. This is almost like going to a strip club. Right. And you getting mad and you're a stripper, and you're getting mad that another stripper is getting all the attention. Granted, yes, maybe this is a bad example.
Well,
because
no,
that's
you want
money.
to pick.
That's income.
It's money,
But
and
you
gotta
want
pick the
attention.
stripper that you want, right? You go
Right.
That's
I'm like,
saying?
again, that's your preference. That's
Yeah.
your choice. That's what you want to do. If I'm gonna spend all this money on this stripper or these strippers and
Right.
not you, because well, something probably wrong with you. You know, you getting mad because something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like
And,
it's okay. Everybody wants to be included in something. Everybody wants to.
Yeah.
And you know what? That was his money for his VIP section. Whoever he brought in there probably didn't have to pay for shit. They got to drink as much as they wanted for nothing.
Mhm.
That's probably what they were mad at. They had to go pay for their own drinks.
Yeah. And I mean, like, and I guess like I had made a post about this yesterday or whatever, and people were talking. And I think a lot of times when you're not in somebody's preference, you feel slighted. You know what I'm saying? You feel like, oh, so I'm not good enough, right? And I think that's the thing that people have to realize. It ain't nothing to do with you. Like that's them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you not being quote unquote good enough for Chris Brown. It doesn't matter. Like I might not be good enough for Halle Berry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. But am I gonna meet Halle Berry? Am I gonna have a shot at Halle Berry? Probably not either. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of people worried about somebody's opinion that it's like it doesn't even matter their opinion of this thing. You know what I'm saying?
If I can drop in one more comparison, that's like you not getting picked for a certain fraternity's line and you go to nationals and want to sue them. This is the same situation. This is the same situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same thing. They don't like me. So what?
Yeah. Yeah. I
think more people are worried about trying to they're more worried about trying to be likable that they make themselves unlikable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like just be yourself. Like if you were to see like Marcus, I'm gonna use you for example.
Okay.
Anybody who sees you out there, no homo, you're a good looking guy. Okay, you're a good looking guy. You got these women that hit you up on you. Yeah, we have, but we know how you are. I know how you are.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not that type of person that just just goes out there like that. You're just you're laid back in the cut, chill. And most people would think like if you're not paying them attention, like oh he's stuck up, like he don't want to talk to me, and I don't know what it is. He goes I'm like, nah, Mark, you just don't feel you, and he's not gonna go where he doesn't feel.
Yeah, that is.
If it doesn't vibe with him, he doesn't go. He goes, he's just they'll probably think that you're this arrogant person, but I was like, Mark is probably one of the coolest people I've ever met.
Appreciate it, man.
So that's what I'm like. It's the same thing. Like it's like once you get into your feelings, everything is ruined.
Yeah, that's true.
So somebody gets mad that they don't get picked. I mean, it's okay. You're gonna get picked by somebody. Just
it's not him. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's a market for everything. That's why I look at it like there's a market for everything, right? So for whatever version of you that you are self, and I guess you have your self confidence in or whatever. Because that's another thing, man. People not being confident. They have like a lot of insecurities out there, but there's somebody that likes you exactly how you are. You know what I'm saying? Somebody out there that likes you exactly how you are. I feel like having just one voice out there, just because it's a celebrity, may make this statement. Like I said, I don't know if it's true or not. It made this particular statement. That doesn't mean that you're less than anybody. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Like a lot of this stuff is just pointless, man. Like I know that these things, I know people get discriminated against. Like I said, I know that things have been unfair for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? But some of these things you can control. You know what I'm saying? The things that you can control is how you view yourself. And I don't never want to make myself seem less than just to try to prove a point. I'll just be like, I'm not 6 feet. All right, I'm not 6 feet. Right? Women talk, oh, he got to be 6 feet. He got to be this. He got to be that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Somebody like my 5'10" self. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be good with that. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. So.
I thought that was always funny because you have to be 6'3" for me to date you. You're like 5'2". What the fuck?
Yeah. This looks like a horrible mistake that this man is making. You know what I'm saying? Like out with a child, because y'all stand side by side. It looks like Shaq and hoops or something out here. But it's just
I mean, but if you think about it with the height never mind.
Yeah. I already know.
Move on. Moving on. I'm just moving on.
Yeah, please go. Keep going. Everybody.
Oh my God, that is my theme song for the rest of the summer.
Oh man.
So, do you we're gonna go ahead and close this out and go ahead and get up out of here. We got things to do and other things to stuff and do. Do you have any nuggets or gems you wanted something to say? You got something to leave people with? Anything?
Oh man, no man, I just everybody out there, man, be safe because it's the Fourth of July weekend. Don't drink and drive. Watch out for the cops because they out there. You know what I'm saying? Just hands free. And if you're in Tennessee, they got this thing where you can't drive and have your cell phone or whatever. So use hand free devices, save your money. Don't be locked up because it's a long weekend. No, juice is temporary, sauce is forever, man.
I have nothing else to say. I'm gonna say don't end up in jail.
Yeah, do not.
Don't end up in jail because they're not gonna get you out tomorrow, and that means you're gonna be stuck in there till Monday.
Right.
So be safe. Don't be out here popping fireworks all the time. Do like what other people do and like pop them like off on off days or over the weekend, or go out to the country, or don't set nobody's house on fire. I've been seeing that happen. It's stupid.
Yeah, and if you're in a wheelchair, make sure that your reverse works. Make sure that your reverse works if you're in a wheelchair, people. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it with that.
I was just about to say that. Stop. I'm done. Everybody, just be great. Just be the great.